Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yokoman here. Welcome back to another episode of this PES 2021 Master League save here with Leeds United. Today we're going to take on West Brom, Arsenal and Crystal Palace. First of all, just let me start off saying there has been a lack of content over the last couple of days. It's simply just been the fact that I've been a little bit under the weather. Still am now, still trying to recover. I don't know if it's the time of the year, if it's... I don't know what it is. I wouldn't worry too much. Just a bit bunged up, that's all. So not really been in a position to record some videos or stream. But yeah, we're going to crack on. The show must go on. And I can't leave it too long because I've been chomping at the bit really to keep playing the save. And we're going to take on West Brom to start the episode. Palace as well. So 2 games there instantly off the bat. If we want to be a European side next season, they're teams we have to beat. Arsenal going very strong there in 3rd place on 31 points. They will be pushing as hard as they can to try and catch up to Manchester City, already on 40 points. So that's the big one in this episode. That's going to be the one that we might struggle with just a little bit. Let's pick the side to take on West Brom. Always nice as well to have a couple of home games. We get to see ourselves in our home stadium as per usual. If you are dropping into this episode and you missed the last one, we have now got a load more mods. So, I mean, that just makes it more excited. The mini faces I did point out last time. We do have some tired players though, so I'm instantly off the bat thinking that Jeremy Doku's going to start there and maybe Rafinha on the left, since he's up for the game. Joe Willock wants absolutely nothing to do with this one. I mean, I could start Roa. I am going to start Roa. It is West Brom. We do need to rotate a little bit when we've got tired legs, and ultimately I have to remember we press so aggressively that we can't always have our initial starting 11 out on the pitch, but still a very strong side from us regardless. They've got an alright team. Certainly should be a team that we're looking to beat though. The lovely Ellen Road for this one. I know, this is the best we could do. The actual stadium though does look fantastic. There's just no rail surrounding area. It is what it is with these stadiums, but it does look very good. I'm excited to get into this one. Obviously, one of the sides that got promoted with us all those years ago, still in the Premiership with us now. And it is absolutely chucking it down for this one. So I'm hoping that the ball moves just quick enough for us to get the result. I'm contemplating putting the minutes up on the games as well. I don't know. There's just something about it at the moment where I'm like, we should probably be getting better. Or in my head, we should probably be doing better than 1-0s. I think the only way to change that is by upping the minutes of the games quite a bit, quite aggressively. I don't see any other way of changing that than upping the minutes. So another thing I'm looking into, I did mention a couple of things in the last match. That's got to be a fault, right? A couple of things in the last match that potentially we could be doing. I tried to go past him there with Cherky. Probably shouldn't have been it. Which is going to 60 FPS, which is definitely something I'm looking into. And I think will probably be happening in the coming weeks. That change will be made, as well as changing OBS, I believe. We might actually do all right here with Rodrigo. Oh, he's got to go for the header. Maybe the diving header. I don't know what he's tried to go for there. But it was no good in the end. Free kick now, West Brom. Calvin Phillips getting himself in the book there. A little bit earlier than I would have wanted. He's done very well to bring that down. Llorente now coming out. Can we win the ball back here? I think we will do. Llorente's done really well there. Rodrigo now. He's got runners. Rodrigo. I'll try and play that across to Roa. Roa will play that across to Lasama. This is a nice bit of play. I probably would have preferred Roa to keep the run going though. Roa then back to Alan, and we'll just completely reset. And I think sometimes I need to do that. I haven't done that in previous seasons. I've kind of just kept going and pushed it as hard as possible. Cherky now out wide. Lasama now in there. I'm going to try and lift that one in towards Rodrigo. It was always going to be difficult for him. They've got some physical presences there in the box. If I can get the word out of my mouth eventually. That's going to land to Allen on the volley. That would have been some goal though, let's be honest. That would have been an unbelievable goal if we could have made that come off. Cherky now. Not hard enough for the move on Jeremy Doku. Lively start, though, from Leeds, as expected in this game against West Brom. Pretty much full-strength side. I expect us to have a lively start, but yet to find the breakthrough. I would like some early goals. I'd like my mind to be set at peace earlier on in games. Not a bad start here so far from West Brom. Rodrigo now. Tries to slide it out wide to Lasama. Sama will try and find that back across to Rodrigo. Rodrigo's going to end up on the ball. Oh, he's going to be taken out there by Raheem Harper. And we are going to have a free kick here in a pretty dangerous position. The problem is we don't have Rafinha on the pitch. He did really well there, did Rodrigo. Raheem Harper's got him really strong there. I'm a little bit shocked that he's not even picked up a card. This is not going to be an easy position for us to do it, but there is enough room to lift it up and over the wall, maybe. No, not for me. Not for me. I need more room than that if I'm going to lift it over the wall. Jeremy Doku now. What can he do? We'll charge forward here with Jeremy Doku. It's not a bad ball in. He's going to hit Rodrigo, land to Cherky, and the deflection will carry it out for a corner. This is nice play again from us. Good footwork from Jeremy Doku out wide, pushing his way into the box. It's well lifted in. I'm not sure what Rodrigo did. Maybe he should control that. It's been a pretty dull match so far. Rower though now, with plenty of space. What can he do? Good neat footwork, but Livermore's there to help out his partner. Again, it's just been a dull game of football. There's not really much happened. We've been a little bit sloppy on the old advances forward. West Brom haven't really done anything, and that's just kind of the scenario we find ourselves in at the moment. And Mateus Pereira though coming forward nicely there. Hal Robson-Kanu with the he scored the turn in the goal, and just as I was saying, they've not really done anything. They've managed to find the back of the net, and there we go, 1-0 down, and it's not really been good enough, has it? Our passing's not been good enough, that's for sure. But this defending, considering we've defended so well all season, is shocking. You can't just let Hal Robson-Kanu hold the ball up like that. And that's exactly what we did in that situation. And West Brom, the ideal situation for them is to do well on the counter-attack. Well, it's worked so far. They've done well on the counter-attack, and every time I felt like we've had an opportunity, we've certainly not taken it, and it's been proven too dangerous for us in this one. Oh, there's going to be a free kick there West Brom's way, and we're going to be heading into half-time with a goal down, and Calvin Phillips needs to be careful. He's already on a yellow. Surely the referee's just giving him a little bit of a talking to. I might have to bring off Calvin Phillips with fears of him having a red card, which is a little bit of a surprise. But yeah, it took me by surprise at the West Brom goal, because Hal Robson-Kanu was just held us up, held up the centre back, and then it was easy as that after. Oh wow, they're in again. Oh, and he's hit the post. Hal Robson-Kanu's hit the post there. We've been a little bit embarrassing the back end of this second half. A little bit embarrassing. Let's have a good word with the boys at half time, because that is not good enough. West Brom will get this second half underway. A very, very poor first half from Leeds United. That needs to change in this second half. That needs to change. Let's see what we can do to make the change. I haven't made any subs yet, because the lads on the pitch should be doing more than a good enough job here. Cooch will pick that up. Oh, what are we doing there, Calvin? What are we doing there, Calvin? He's just ended up being in the way. We're getting in each other's way as Hal Robson-Kanu nearly makes it 2. He nearly makes it 2-0, and I don't know what Calvin Phillips has done there. I don't know what the touch is. He's got a yellow card. He's been close to a red. He's having an absolute nightmare here, and Hal Robson-Kanu nearly made it 2. West Brom are in dreamland at the moment. Triple sub now in the hopes of salvation. I mean, we've not been good. Rodrigo's been non-existent. He's not had a good season, if we're being honest. We've done well, but he's not having a great season in terms of the goal output. His link-up play has been good. And unfortunately, Calvin Phillips is going to have to come off just simply because of that yellow card. And I am a little bit worried that he's going to get himself involved in another situation. So I will bring him off. Jeremy Doku now up against Mbolo. He's going to try and lift that one in towards Ryan Edmondson. Let's get his head on it. I think he took a boot to the head as well, but they've been a brick wall at the back. They really have been a brick wall at the back. It's been near impossible to deal with. It's been very frustrating, actually, if I'm being honest. Getting past their defensive line in this one's probably been just a no-go. But they scoring that goal is just shocking. I thought that was going to go out there, and that'll be a free kick. And West Brom are just going to keep ticking down the clock here. I'm not sure there's enough time left in the match for us to be able to find ourselves a result in this one. And I think we're going to have a really disappointing defeat to start the episode to West Brom. Ryan Edmondson does beautifully there. He needs help, though, doesn't he? He doesn't really have it. He's going to play that inside to Cherky. To say we're on attack, I don't feel like there's that many bodies getting forward, is there? Mateus Click now. Tries to poke it through, and it's shocking. Just tries to poke it through, and there's absolutely nothing doing there. Kamil Grosicki will lose out to Murillo, and this might be an opportunity now. Murillo up towards Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku doesn't take it, but he's going to get lucky. Cherky! Oh, what a save. Can Sulemana keep it in? He can. Sulemana now. Back to Allen. Opens himself up, and it just goes wide. We've snapped into life right at the back end of the match. It's a little bit too little, too late, if you ask me. But it'll be a corner here for us. There we go, full time it is. It was a pretty dull match. It was a pretty boring match, but in one that was a smash and grab for West Bromwich Albion with that Hal Robson-Canoe goal. And yeah, Leeds, not good enough. Really not good enough. That was one of the worst performances we've had this season. It does say 6 shots for us there, 4 on target, but it certainly didn't feel like it. It didn't feel like West Brom did much either. It was very much a stalemate. We've got to be better than that. Certainly not showing the form there of a top 7 side, but doesn't stop. We go straight on to Arsenal now, and let's see if we can take them on. Arsenal, of course, at home. Let's pick the squad for the game. This one will be a tough one. Well, I'm assuming it's because we're coming off a loss, but I don't know how many players are not up for this game here today, which is a little bit worrying. There's no way that we're not playing Calvin Phillips. I'm sorry. Click can be up for it as much as he wants. There is no way that I'm not playing Calvin Phillips against Arsenal. Look at that lineup. They have an extremely strong side. They have an extremely good team. This will be the lineup for us. I need a little bit more from Rodrigo today, but it's not like I could play Jelovic because he doesn't want to be seen on the pitch today, does he? Hopefully, we could just have a good performance. I might change the minutes in the final game of the episode just so we can see what it's like. Very much hoping that we don't follow that poor performance that we've just had with another poor performance here. I'm hoping we follow that up with a decent performance. Not that we played awful, we just did play very fluidly, which we've been very good so far this season, playing very fluidly, having good performances. It could be, again, me having a couple of days off. I am a little bit groggy, I'm not going to lie. It's about 6 in the morning right now when I'm recording this, but it is what it is. This is a situation when you get a little bit sick, isn't it? But see what they could do. They'll kick the game off. Let's see, more importantly, what we could do. I am thinking about upping the minutes. I don't know how it adds to my editing in terms of, you know, I do put a lot. Oh, wow, we've made an early mistake. Lasama. No, come on, ref. He gets the football there. We may have given away a penalty here and a red card, potentially. This could be an absolute nightmare. It doesn't look like Lasama's going to get a red at the moment. It looks like we're just arguing the penalty. Aubameyang goes clean through. Well, I think he gets the ball there, personally. And I think if he doesn't get the ball, it's a red card. So you can't have one without the other. Let's see if we can save this. Meslier up against Aubameyang. I'm going to go right, and he goes straight down the centre. And within the first 3 minutes, I said I needed a better performance in this one. Arsenal, a 1 goal to the good. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang with the goal. But yeah, having said that, I think we should up the minutes. I don't think it should affect us too much highlight-wise. I'll just up it by 1 at a time. But 1-0s are probably not the most exciting scoreline for you guys. Alan now. Lasama. Back to Alan. Back to Cherky. Tries to find Rafinha. I mean, there's just no one to pass to in that situation. It's weird, but Arsenal are playing ultra defensive. Oh, they may have made a mistake here. They have made a mistake. If Rodrigo can take it, he can't. That is unbelievable defending, let's be honest. That is absolutely superb defending there. Alan there, lovely ball to Rodrigo. He wanted Cherky to keep making the run. Cherky tries to prod the ball past the defender. But I personally feel like he's been impeded there. Cherky now. Lovely. Rodrigo, if he can knock it across to Jeremy Doku. Wasn't the ideal ball. Doku tries to play that back to Lasama. He can't, and you're not going to beat Hector Bellerin for pace. He does fantastically. I feel like maybe that could have been a foul there. Alan will play that in towards Cherky. Cherky will find Rafinha. Rafinha up now against Thomas Partey. Can he do? We'll move that across to Cherky. Cherky will try and lift that into Jeremy Doku. We're going to struggle getting it in over the top. With the 3 at the back in this match, that's going to be a problem for us. Oh, beautiful ball into Aubameyang. Lasama wasn't marking him, and just like that, 2 attacks, 2 goals for Arsenal. They're being just about as bloody clinical as Manchester City were. Oh, that's frustrating. We go to cut out the other offensive player, and Lasama just doesn't cover. As you can see here, the ball comes over. I go to cut it out, and nobody covers Aubameyang. Oh, that's frustrating. I think this game's already got away from us. Cooch there. We'll lift that to Rodrigo, who's found Jeremy Doku. Oh, he's dragged it wide. That has to be 2-1. What a frantic start to this game of football. I'm on about upping the minutes because there's not enough goals. This should have been one. I'm telling you that. That needs to be a goal. Dharma now. Tries to find Cherky, and this is the first time we found him. Cherky, Rodrigo. Oh, my God. That is why Rodrigo has not been good enough for us this season. This is the best bit of forward play we've had, probably. Jeremy Doku missing the mark as well. How do you not hit the target from there? He's just completely miskicked it. I just feel like there's every opportunity for a goal every time they come forward, to be honest with you. Martinelli might as well have just done that, but he didn't. He got way too much under it. But we're just desperate at the back in this episode so far. I mean, West Brom didn't have too many chances, so an opportunity knocks. But I'm not quite sure how we've not scored in this game. I think that's probably going to be the biggest takeaway from this. It's how haven't we put the ball in the back of the net. Half-time it is. 2 goals to the good to Arsenal. Very, very clinical today. And that's one thing you can say Leeds United haven't. Jeremy Doku probably should have scored. Now, Jeremy Doku should have scored. And so should Rodrigo. Will be disappointed. 2 shots, not even a single one on target yet. 5 shots for Arsenal, 3 on target. But Arsenal playing as you'd expect from Arsenal. They're dominating this one. Feeling out wide. Cooch is going to end up picking the ball up. We'll take the free kick, though. Jeremy Doku couldn't run on to that. We will take the free kick. And maybe a card for Gabriel? No, apparently not. I feel like the free at the back, though, is... It's been a struggle for us to break down. I'm not naive to think that it hasn't. But at the end of the day, we've not been good enough. We've just quite simply not been good enough on the day. In fact, they've been the far better side. And what worries me is actually how much more physical they've been again. We've struggled with physicality since I've been at Leeds. And what worries me here is actually that Arsenal have showed a little bit of physicality, and it's caused us, well, a world of problems, really. The pass clearly there for Cherky. It's not a good pass, though, is it? Allen now up against Aubameyang. Hector Bellerin. Problems for Leeds. We need to start this second half pretty well. We need a goal quite early doors. I'd love to rescue a draw. In fact, that'd be a wonderful result in this one. That might be a beautiful ball. Jeremy Doku! And we might be on our way to rescuing one. He may have missed one in the first half, but he hasn't missed one here in the second. That was absolutely superb. What a fantastic goal. Finally, a good finish from Doku. The header back from Llorente straight into Cherky, and he needs to have eyes like a hawk. And that is a beautiful pass, and Doku slots it away beautifully. Well, 2-1, and you have to say, game on. You do. And we finally managed to get in behind Arsenal's back line and find the back of the net. It was Jeremy Doku with a goal. And those balls over the top, I've tried a couple of times in this match. And I feel like they're our way in. They're our way in behind. Doku now tries to find Cherky. It's not a great ball to him, though, is it? Cherky will lift that up to Rodrigo. Doku. Jeremy Doku now. Wanted Rafinha. He's going to get in, Rafinha! Oh, my God. Just like that, it could have been 2. Just like that, it could have been 2. And there we go. Leeds sparked into life out of absolutely nowhere. Rodrigo to Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku then slides in a fantastic ball to Rafinha. He tries to cut that angle. What a save by Leno. We've got Arsenal on the ropes here. At least it feels like we've got Arsenal on the ropes. I mean, it felt like that ball was a good ball in. Rodrigo will get himself onto it. Rafinha now. Back across to Cooch. Cooch. Lasama. Is it going to land to Cherky? Oh, it nearly did. It nearly did. The ball is still on the offensive, though, for Leeds. We'll play that to Allen. I don't want to play too aggressively now. Allen across to Jeremy Doku from distance. We'll take another corner. No, he won't. But I know that with a save. Let's keep this pressure up on Arsenal. Well, an Arsenal loanee. Joe Willett coming on. Pervader's going to come on for Rafinha. Martinelli will whip that one in. Jimenez should get to it. Oh, it lands perfectly to Aubameyang. What a save from Meslier. And Arsenal have kind of just steadied the ship here. They've calmed the game down enough. We probably didn't... Well, there's no probably about it. I say probably all the time. Lacazette's coming on now. We didn't take the chances when we got them. And we got them as Lacazette will win that header. We did get the chances. We didn't take them. It's our own fault. And that's what will happen in this. If we don't take these opportunities, we don't take these chances we got. The 2 in the first half were clear cut and we put them wide. We didn't even test the goalkeeper. You know, 2 in this half, we haven't made them pay. And that is the situation. But Arsenal are taking over a little bit now, I'm not going to lie. It's getting a little bit scrappy at the back for us. And I don't see us managing to get anything from this game now. And Arsenal thoroughly deserved this, you know. Much the better side when you come up against quality. Jeremy Doku with a brilliant goal in the end, but we didn't deserve it. That's another loss. After having such a great defence, 2 games there that really showed us where we're at. I mean, it's Arsenal, so it is what it is. You know, these kind of things are going to happen. We do have Palace next, which is massively important that we have a better performance than what we have been having. We're going to add an extra minute on. Hopefully, we'll bring more out of that match. And, you know, moments in that second half, moments in the first half where we could have snatched and grabbed that game against Arsenal, but away, they thoroughly deserved it. I'm certainly more disappointed about the West Brom game than I against the Arsenal game. You know, we put in a good performance, I think. This will be the lineup for the Palace game. Rodrigo captains today, as Calvin Phillips isn't really up for it, so we will use Alan in that DM role, and Joe Willock will come in. Again, I should be, I'm not ultra confident, but I should be confident that we could beat sides like this, certainly beat sides like Palace. They do have Badu, though, and Batshuayi up top. They've got some rail threats coming forward, but not so many going backwards. We should have a lot of room in the midfield in this one as well, considering the personnel they've got in there. The extra minute, so we'll see how that feels as well. But yeah, let's see what we could do. Let's take a win. Let's end the episode on a happy note. Well, night game here at Ellen Road. It looks lovely, to be fair, I must admit. Do love a good night game, and the fans here will be buoyed with the idea that they're going to see Leeds United get a victory. I'm hoping that's exactly what they're going to see here in this one. Jeremy Doku now. Lasama. Right to the back, and he's going to whip it in to Rafinha. That's not a bad header. I think maybe the defensive header was made and it'll be a corner for us. It will be a corner for us. See what we can do here. Early doors already mounting on the pressure. Rodrigo takes the corners, which I always find a little bit weird. Cherky's going to be in there, so is Schlupp. It's going to land to Jeremy Doku. I just had the idea that I'd fire off a shot from there and he'd score the magnificent, but that's not really how football works, is it? Let's try and foil now the Crystal Palace counter-attack. And hopefully, the extra minutes will see less 1-0s. I'm much more happier about that Arsenal game being a high-scoring game. Just not as happy that it went against us, really. Coming out wide now. Zaha. Lasama had a task of dealing with him. He should have landed to Cherky. Or he should have let me carry on being Cherky, sorry. Not landed to him. And in the end, it didn't. It kind of just said, no, you're not allowed to control Cherky if you want to. Cherky's making a little bit of a dart forward here, though. That's not a bad touch. He tries to find Rafinha with a flick. Luckily for us, in the end, Rafinha ends up on the ball, but he plays a terrible pass to Cooch. I'm going to get a little bit more slicker with these passes. Again, you've got to remember, it's probably been maybe 5 days since I've played PES. This is the last time we recorded. We've been a bit under the weather. It does make it a little bit more difficult. Rodrigo now tries to play that out wide to Cooch. Maybe one too many. We are known for overplaying it. It's weird coming up against Bodu, though. He's a player we really championed in that Spurs series. That is lovely from Jeremy. Rodrigo. I tried to knock that back across towards Jeremy Doku. He's had a lively episode. It's the only goal for Leeds in this episode came from Jeremy Doku as well, so maybe he's the man that's going to do it again in this one. Salmon out. Bodu is in. It's a lovely touch. He manages to get the shot off. I think Murillo maybe did enough to just put him off. Rafinha now can't get a good, able touch on it. And we're looking a bit sloppy again at the back. It's the theme of this episode. Sloppy at the back. Bodu now collects that. He'll be strong. Willock's going to come up against him. Willock does enough, actually. Willock's clearance, though. I'm not sure what the clearance was. Zaha now. Bodu will fire that wide. We need to clear the ball better. I think that's probably our biggest weakness at the moment, is we're not clearing the ball out. Willock gets it there, smash it. By the time we tried to get the animation off, they've got the ball back. That was a terrible half of football. Just probably how Crystal Palace wanted it to be. They did have a moment there where they were on top, but we haven't had a single shot, boys. Haven't had a single shot. Absolutely terrible half of football from Leeds United. At home as well. Stevie G will be roasting the hell out of the boys now in the back. And hopefully we can get them up for the second half, because that just really wasn't good enough. Well, Rafinha is going to be played into a dangerous position now. Can he do? Rafinha. Wait for the run of Jeremy Doku to open up the scoring in the second half. It's Jeremy Doku, like I said, and we haven't had a shot, and that's our first one on target. And Jeremy Doku makes it 1-0 Leeds United. Told you Stevie G would be having a big word of them at half-time. We've come out far better already. Rafinha was set through. Acres. Absolute bloody acres. And then it was nice and easy into Jeremy Doku, who slots it home nicely. We will go through at the back. Cherky will come off. Lorente will come on. I think that's a smart substitution. Like I say, we never usually do stuff like that. They're playing 2 strikers, so having the 3 at the back should help us a little bit more. We are going to focus here on probably trying to control the possession or hit on the counter-attack. But yeah, I like it. Cherky is the man, though, to come off. Willock will be pushed just a tad forward. I have to take into consideration here what we should do. I'm probably going to just play this all the way across to not Joe Willock. I wanted to play that to Cooch. Cooch will actually get to it. Cooch then will fire the ball forward to Rafinha. And they're going to have to knock that one out for a corner, is it? Yeah. Corner Leeds United. We're going to do the train here. Rodrigo will pop that one in. Rafinha was in there. Can get to it. Cocklow is first to the ball. And Rafinha is the one that runs after it, which was a weird decision. Rafinha now is going to end up on the football. It's not a bad play from him. Rodrigo. Jeremy Doku now. Oh, that's lovely. Cooch back across. If Cooch's crosses were better, we'd score more bloody goals. Again, 2 opportunities there, I think, where the cross is better to Rodrigo. Finds the back of the net. For once, I can't really blame Rodrigo. I've got to blame Cooch for having poor crosses. Oh, Rafinha. Jeremy Doku. Touch, turn, shot. Oh, I thought that was in. I thought that was in for a brief moment. Jeremy Doku again causing them problems. It's a nice little ball forward there from Rafinha, I reckon. It's a good turn from him. A nice shot. And there we go. There we see the ceiling of the stadium. Oh, Ferguson's not had a fun day dealing with Doku. Finds Rafinha. Rafinha will try and turn. Cooch will cut it back, will he? Jeffrey Schlupp now is going to be able to deal with him. We will find Rafinha in the end with a shot. It's well blocked. Rafinha nods it on for Jeremy Doku, but Jeremy Doku is nowhere near it. We'll take a throw in. We've been far more threatening this second half than we were the first half. That's a guarantee. With some tired legs out there now going forward, we'll bring on Sulemana and Dejan Jelovic to see out the rest of the game. Hopefully one of those two can make something happen. Willock now will lift that in instantly to Dejan Jelovic. He tries to knock it back to Rafinha, who gets it down. And the shot is wide. That was lovely play from Jelovic. I don't know how he managed to get the ball back across, and we're not going to find out from that camera angle. Oh, Sulemana does greatly. Jelovic with a shot. Deflected, though. And Wayne Hennessy will collect it. Well, we went to more minutes in the match to avoid 1-0s, but in the end, I'm very happy with this 1-0. I think after that first half showing, not a single shot on target, I don't think we had tons the second half, but we certainly controlled the game in the second half of this match. We controlled the match, and that shows. None in the first half in terms of shots. By the end of the second, 5 shots, 2 on target, and we got ourselves a goal. That goal by Jeremy Doku. And we defended fantastically. I don't remember what they had in the first half, but I'm not sure we gave them a sniff in the second. I will take that. Big 3 points for us. Massive 3 points, that. And I did feel better with the longer match. It meant that I needed to make more tactical decisions throughout the match as well. I mean, I don't know how much it affects you, but let me know what you think. If you feel like we might end up with better highlights by doing longer matches. We really don't like draws this year. We have won 9. We've lost 6. We've drawn 2. We're on 29 points, which is neck and neck with Chelsea, but only 1 point better than Leicester and 2 points better than Man United, and Wolves are right behind. Sheffield are right behind. We could easily drop down to 10th with just 1 defeat. So we have to stay on top of our game. We have to keep doing what we're doing now all season. We're not great at scoring goals. We've conceded 11. We've scored 12. It's bad. It is bad. It's down there with the relegation kind of sides, but we've been good defensively. We've scored 12. Who's our top goal scorer? Let's take a look. That's why I want to up the minutes, because I'd like more high-scoring games. Jeremy Doku's got 4 goals. Rafinha's got 2. Rodrigo only 1 so far this season. Pervader's got 1. Edmondson's got 1. Smith-Rowe's got 2. Sulemana's got 2. And Dejan Jelovic has got 1. Not good enough. Jeremy Doku, the top goal scorer so far this season, but that's my big issue, right? Rodrigo's got 1, Edmondson's got 1, and so has Jelovic. So all 3 strikers only on the 1 goal mark. Probably kind of shows where we're at. I mean, for me, the games are fantastic. I'm enjoying the difficulty this year. I'm enjoying the way the team's improved. I just want more goals in the games. And if that means up in the minutes and it takes me longer to record these and whatnot, that's fine. I'd rather set aside that time and play the game that way. But anyway, boys, that's going to be it for this episode. I do apologise if I was a little bit off form. Again, I'm still a little bit ill. I still feel a little bit crappy, but I wanted to get this video done and out there for you guys because I don't want you guys having to wait around for videos. I appreciate the support as per usual. Thank you very much for it. Please hit subscribe if you're new around here, which I should have said at the start of the video, but I'm saying it now to all you legends that made it to the end. Take it easy. I'll see you in the next one when we take on Spurs, Sheffield United, and Man United. Man City. Sorry, I'm out of it, but Man City's going to be difficult. They battered us at the start of the season, and Spurs is never easy either. We've got to take them on away. That's a tough episode. 3 away games. The next one's a tough one. Hopefully, I'll be feeling a bit better for it.